Yeah, we do. It's in the notes. Jerv has it.
We're live.
Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. My name is Amin Hassan. I'm joined as always by Trey, Jason, Jerv, and Glasses. Juju will be joining us shortly, but on a Bills wild card weekend, Juju be jujuing. So we'll be expecting him at some point here. Hey, quick reminder to everybody, patreon.com/count the dings. Make sure you're locked in, getting all the extra content, the live rewatchingtons, the special edition episodes, the access to the Discord, the access to tickets early and discounted for our live shows. We do have another live show coming up. We don't have a date yet, but well, you know what? I'll reveal something. I'll go ahead and say it out loud. We had a date. We had to move the date because of, let's get started with the first topic, the fires out in LA. There's been obviously a lot of stuff going on in terms of people losing their houses, people losing property. The air quality has been crazy. Even if you're somewhere where you're out of quote unquote harm's way, the air has been terrible, smoke and ash and all that stuff. We're blessed to have LA representatives on this podcast who can speak a lot more definitively than I can. So I'll open up to you. I guess we'll start with Jason. What's the deal? Give us a kind of a rundown from the ground floor what that experience was like.
Yeah, it's been crazy. As y'all know, I drive for Uber, so I'm outside literally all day, every day. And what was it? I think it was Tuesday night. We had the wind, we got basically the Santa Ana winds are part of what caused the fires in the Palisades to, do what they did. And then I don't really know how the other fires started, the Eaton fire in Pasadena and Altadena, or the Kenneth fire or the Hearst fire, but there's a bunch of
I didn't know that they named fires, by the way.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
is that like hurricanes or like I had no idea that fires had names.
Yeah, I just found this out as well because I honestly, bro, I never paid attention to the fires in LA before now. There was a fire, I think, sometime around COVID that was like a Bel Air fire that burned on the side of the 405. And that was the only one I ever really came into contact with. Like over the, course of my life, I've seen, clouds of smoke in certain parts or whatever when the fires have been going, but I've never had any real interaction with any of the fires before. So Tuesday night, because I drive an EV, I'm going to charge the car at this charging station and in Burbank by like the Walmart and Target and all that's like the Burbank Town Center. So I'm literally sitting there waiting to charge and the car is shaking because the wind is blowing so hard. And actually on my way there, I seen a power line, like a transformer, explode off of the freeway. So this is as the fire was already taking place. So I'm like, damn, this shit is getting real. And seeing that, I'm like, okay, I can see how the fires would start, because my curiosity has always been, how do these fires start? Like, are people setting all of them? Because, since it's popped off, we've seen arsonists arrested and things like that. But seeing the actual transformer explode because of either the wind or a tree branch hit it, then it put two and two together like, oh, this is another way that this can really pop off. So I'm sitting there at the charging station. The car is shaking. The power to the whole Burbank Town Center goes out. And it's like 7:30. So there's people in Walmart. There's people in Krispy Kreme, Wendy's, the whole nine. Like, the parking lot is packed. And so luckily, everybody kind of just filed out, orderly fashion or what have you. But imagine you just shopping in the middle of Walmart and then the whole power go out. So I shook. Luckily, I had enough charge to get back home. I charged up or whatever. But that night, I downloaded this app called the Watch Duty app that everybody in LA has been downloading because it helps you track the fires. And the Pasadena fire at that point, it said was only 400 acres. I woke up probably 5 or 6 in the morning, it said it was 2,500 acres, and the Palisades fire went from 2,500 acres to 10,000 acres. So just overnight, you know what I'm saying, from Tuesday night to Wednesday morning, the whole everything had changed. You know, like the whole landscape of these parts of the city, which, you know, they're kind of on the outskirts of the inland of what, you know, Los Angeles proper is. But, you know, Santa Monica is very adjacent, very close. You know, people from Santa Monica had to evacuate. Everybody's checking up on everybody, which, you know, is a big part of what's been going on. Everybody's been chipping in, checking in. You know, the community around LA has been really strong since this has popped off. But then the next day, there was a fire by my house off of Sunset. So where Runyon Canyon is, because I live in like on the edge of Hollywood, West Hollywood, like right below Santa Monica Boulevard. There was a fire that night, Wednesday night, and my homie who lives off of Argyle, he had to evacuate. So literally, like within the city limits, within Los Angeles, Hollywood proper, like the fire was getting, you know, close to the streets. And so that's when people really, really started getting nervous. Like I have friends who, you know, went to San Diego. A lot of people just was like, fuck it, man, I got to get out of here. You know, you seeing everybody post these pictures of clouds of smoke, just like super close to their house, you know, and then not to mention all the true destruction that has taken place. We, you know, I'm sure me, Trey, and Glasses know tons of people who have lost their cribs. You know, my grandmother actually lost her first cousin. He was one of the 5 people that passed away in the fire in Altadena. Rodney Nickerson. He's actually, the Nickerson Gardens is actually named after him because his family, that was his family's projects. And yeah, so it's just been a lot of turmoil, destruction, but also community and coalescing in like 72 hours. It's been crazy.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Jason. A lot of people obviously know I'm on the East Coast, so they reached out and they were like, you know, is your family good? And like obviously selfishly, they're, you know, we're in the inner city, so it's not as immediate effect. But for every person on this pod, there is someone in that there's 10, like somebody that you're going to know that was affected. Whether you get the news or not, it's eventually going to be like, oh, I know him. Damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, I didn't know they lived in the Valley. I didn't know they lived in Palisades. I didn't know they lived in Pasadena. I didn't know they lived here. You know what I'm saying? Even to the big names like a JJ Redick. Like you think about like, damn, like anybody could be affected by this thing. And like most people are like, well, why they just won't be able to put it out? Like, bro, this is a first in a lifetime thing happening. Not only, yes, we have seen fires before, but when you add wind to it, 70 miles per hour at that, that is hard to contain because you can't fly the planes to go get water and go do dumps and go do that thing. It's going to spread at a rapid rate. So, you know, for context and seeing those memes go around where they're saying like, what is Palisades? I've never been there. And that 15,000, you know, square feet. I mean, not square feet, but
square miles,
Acres,
were
whatever.
acres were kind of burned down. That's mostly Manhattan, dog. Could you imagine like an uncontainable fire in Manhattan and motherfuckers have nowhere to go on that space, right? And they dubbed it basically a fire NATO. It's the first time it's ever been called that. You know what I'm saying? And
they were saying before the fires happened, everybody got alerts. They were saying life-threatening wind event.
yeah,
It's hurricane winds with no hurricanes. You know what I'm saying? And to Trey's point, it's like it's one thing for the embers to blow because of the wind, you know what I mean, 60 to 80 mile per hour wind event, you know what I mean, happening. But and that's what's spreading the fire, minus how the fire started. I think it's been entirely too much conversations about how the fire started. Every year in Los Angeles around this time, we have fires. They're never smack dead in the inner city because, you know, it's not a lot of brush in the inner city. We don't live around a bunch of landscaping like that. Versus when you get on the outskirts, not necessarily the outskirts, but like outer Los Angeles that's still in the city of Los Angeles, it's a lot more landscaping, Calabasas, Palisades, things of that nature. But the problem is, like to Trey's point, the 60 to 80 mile per hour wind event not only spreads the fire faster, but it also means you can't put helicopters and planes in the air to go to the reservoir. So people, pointing fingers, talking about water and fire hydrants and running out of water, it wasn't nothing the hose was going to be able to do in this fire. You needed the helicopters and you couldn't get them up. And Monday through Wednesday coming up this week, we're expecting another huge wind event. Maybe not as, or maybe just as. So as long as it's around fire season, because it dries out right now, we don't have a lot of rain. We're down rain probably for 2 years. But the crazy part is, like, one of the first cities in Southern California, in Los Angeles, that Black people can buy homes was Altadena. Has a rich history, and brothers like being there, affluent. It's like an affluent Black community. It's kind of transformed lately into more of a mixed community, but a lot of Black people lived in Altadena when they couldn't buy homes in Pasadena's. So it's crazy to watch that whole thing be gone. Like it Scipio told me it ran through the whole thing. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people pointing fingers, but really it was humanity just didn't have one up on nature this time. A lot of times they can get out in front of nature, and this time it just didn't work out. You know what I mean? They're gonna point a lot of fingers, it's gonna be a lot of blame, and they're gonna talk about insurance, but it's a lot of things that probably shouldn't be, has nothing to do with politics, where they talking about the insurance, where insurance companies, they won't let it raise, premiums too high, too fast. Like it's a righteous place for everybody to stand in. So it's one of those things where it really was like a really sick act of nature, you know what I mean? And humanity just lost, you know what I mean? Sometimes it just happens that way.
On a positive note, I wanted to shout out Restore Altadena, driven by my man Horace Wormley. If you have any questions about insurance policies or assistance in aiding with rebuilding, contact h@wrmly.com for immediate, help on this, because I think that's the next step, right? People aren't homeless. They are displaced. You know what I'm saying? And in this situation, obviously, everybody in the community that circulates the brick and woods, the spaces buys, are gathering. You know what I mean? You got restaurants giving out food. You got people giving out fresh coats. It ain't a time to be picky, but like, you want people to feel comfortable in a time of need for this, because someone saying, hey, my house burned down, I got to go fund me. But like, at the end of the day, you think about the banks, you think about the jobs, you think about all the resources and things that's just going on. It's hard to process in one thing, because this is such a movie catastrophic scenario. Like Jason said, he was driving in that scenario, and just think about the traffic. No. But like, think about the traffic of like, that shit was almost the evacuation into the earth shit, where you like, Godzilla's coming,
bro.
Yeah.
But
That shit looked like a movie. It looked like a movie to me.
So listen. When the Sunset Fire was going on, and I told you my homie had to evacuate, that he's north of Hollywood, I'm south of Hollywood. So he's calling me, telling me he's evacuating, right? But they haven't really given the order yet. But he knows it's about to come because he could see the fire. I'm thinking like, should I evacuate? And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna chill. The line got to like maybe 4 or 5 blocks from where I was. I went outside just to see, like, if I leave, like, what's it look like out here? Bro, it looked like how niggas be saying pocket, like it was just traffic, like all the way down Vine, all the way down Cahuenga. Like it looked like it was a fucking concert or some shit that was going on. And it was just, niggas wasn't moving. And I'm like, well, I couldn't even get out now if I wanted to leave. You feel me? Like I would have to walk. That was another part. Like if you seen it when it first popped off in Palisades, a bunch of people left their cars just posted on the road, and they had to get, the fire department had to get a bulldozer to move niggas' cars out the way. And you know what I'm saying? We talking about $100,000 Teslas and Benzes, and you know what I'm saying? Obviously these people got money, and that's another whole like conversation about everything that people have been having, which I don't like. But my other thing I wanted to say about Glasses' point, in terms of like people pointing fingers, man, I really wish that as a society, like we would give more grace to these acts of God. Like this was an act of God, you know, an act of nature, however you want to put it. There was nothing that 100 helicopters could have done to stop the 80-mile-an-hour wind blowing these fires in the ways and the directions that it was going at night, whatever was going on. Like, this was going to happen no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe 10, 20 houses could have been saved, but the larger event was about to take place. Didn't matter what.
Yeah, that. No, like to Trey, like back to Trey's point, that not being able to put them helicopters and plane in the air was big, and that really whooped LA. You know, so it was way bigger than fire hose, and you know,
Well, it's
like
just a
Jay said,
different conversation. It's
yeah,
a
like
different
Jay said,
conversation when you're
it's
looking online and you actually
yeah.
following what's going on from the
Yeah, because
ground.
in your mind you like, oh, you know, fire, water. Like, nah, it's just like different.
But
It's
we've
not
also
like that.
normalized it. We the same way we normalize earthquakes, right?
Yeah.
They could ask, an earthquake can happen, and they could say, but was it a 7? Oh, you're tripping because it's a 4. And it's like, nah, bro, it's true trauma behind that shit. It's not the first time we had fires, but when you add
Every
that
year.
wind, it's
Yeah.
like,
Every
all right,
year.
this is the one. This one,
It's
you know
never
what I'm saying?
seen. Yeah.
You ain't never seen this, and there's nothing you really could have prepared for it. You know what I'm saying?
It
Like,
was on the news, bro. They had them fire you could see it where it was just like the wind helping the fire. So again, we got the same thing happening this Monday to Wednesday. Hopefully they hoping it doesn't get quite to 60 to 80. Maybe they don't want to scare people, but you know, again, because we haven't had rain in 2 years, it's a lot of extra brush. So a lot of fires can catch on. And when they can't, again, when humanity can't put its greatest inventions to deal with nature in, you know, if it can't use it, then you become, you know, a victim to nature, you know what I mean, to some degree. So, I mean, I
speaking of
think
speaking of
humanity is
victim,
spoiled.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say on a lighter note, speaking of victim of nature, this nigga Jerv, on Friday,
What a wild pivot.
right?
But I like it.
But you gotta hear the story. Jerv sends me a voice note, right? Friday was my birthday. I had a birthday dinner and Jerv was gonna attend. And he's like, bruh, dog, I gotta tell you something. I think I almost tore one of the alphabets, right? So I'm like, so what happened? He sends the note. So Jerv, explain what happened, bruh.
Alphabets. Hold on.
What's that? Yeah, I was like, what that mean?
So like the
you got an ACL, a
Oh,
PCL,
okay.
an MCL.
Alphabet. That could have been a pause.
Some
I
Dave
thought that was a
Chappelle
pause.
shit. I was like, oh wait.
Oh no,
Tour,
no.
and that's how y'all would talk about sleeping with somebody. Tour, say
I don't
tour
know what he
alphabet.
said.
Y'all just getting crazy out there with that. Lingo is crazy. What you doing? You tearing her, bro? I'm tearing her.
Yeah, no. Terran alphabet is just my knee. I don't know what these gentlemen are talking about, but yo, I'm walking in Wawa, and I'm coming out.
Can you explain what Wawa is?
Wawa is like I don't know, like a giant
7-Eleven,
convenience
right?
store. Nah, it's not 7-Eleven, bro. Don't disrespect Wawa like that.
See, look, he the only nigga that care about Wawa like this.
Don't disrespect
I live
Wawa.
in Jersey now, and I still don't be like,
Yeah, don't disrespect Wawa, yo. You know what I mean? Gas stations, all types of. Anyway, so I'm getting my daughter something for breakfast because we're running late for school. I walk in there, take my little normal route or whatever the case, like just direct route to the store. Come out, I must have turned a little wider than I did the route coming in, right? And now we had snow and everything. Everything's gone, but as you know, I mean, there's always the threat of like a black ice or something being around. And if you're not paying attention, that can take you out faster than anything.
that's on Wawa to put that salt down.
They listen.
That's a lawsuit, bro. If it's right outside their front door, that's a lawsuit, bro. They got it on camera and everything.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm not. Oh, well, hold on now. Maybe we shouldn't talk
man,
about this on the pod. Yeah, let's not talk about
Did you
this. Yo.
technically
Bring
fall?
this up.
Did you fall?
Did you technically fall?
You hit the ground.
I did like a half ball.
Nah, that don't count. Go ahead, keep the story going. Go ahead. So how did you fall?
So you like imagine sliding in the first, like second base, right? And you know how like if they slide like one feet first, and the one leg is in the front and the other leg is in the back. My right leg Like it must have been the left leg slipped up in the air, but the right leg went back. So like I was about to do like some James Brown like fucking split type shit and like pop back up, bro.
You was not gonna pop back up. You would have been down there.
When I played basketball all my life, I prayed before every game and just asked that I can get off the court in one piece. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I just want to get off the court in one piece. For me to tell cats, because everyone's going to ask, I would have been beyond embarrassed if I would have had to tell people the reason that I now have to go get surgery or whatever the fuck it is because I was walking out of Wawa with sneakers on and I slipped on black ice.
This is 40.
No, I mean,
But to be fair, I tore my meniscus in class, bro.
I don't feel like that's crazy. It sounds like that Meek Mill video where he on the Ring camera where he falls off the stairs.
Down the steps.
Yeah. Like that just happens. Like if it's icy, like niggas wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Acting like you washed or nothing because you fell. It's ice outside.
Yeah,
and that's a general thing.
That's not age dependent. Like anybody could get
anybody could get.
I was more embarrassed. I got caught slipping.
Now,
literally.
Now, Jerv, tearing your meniscus walking to a blackboard. That's what that right there. That's what.
Okay.
Trey still got the number one spot.
Wait, that's how you tore it?
Yeah.
You know, remember he had to whisper to his teaching assistant. I tore my meniscus.
Well, Jerv, what were you going to get from the Wawa?
Apple slices for my daughter for breakfast so we can make it to school on time.
Well, that's even better because it's like if you was going to get some blunts or some bullshit, it would have been really like,
yeah, man.
Nah, but I'm a chill because hold on, maybe
yeah. Hey man, if you got hurt because of black ice, it don't matter if it's not like
my knee was definitely hurt. I'll tell you that.
It's not an NFL catch where it's like, well, technically, like, nah, man, like. This shit they'll have it on video. You get a lawyer, injury lawyer. They'll subpoena the video. Wall will probably be like, just cut him a check, and you're good. Keep all your medical bills. Trust me, man. You got just and now don't be out here hooping. Don't be out because they'll have people like, oh, he was out here Sunday hoop run.
The fact that I actually tore my shit when I was young, like I was in my 20s. I'm gonna say like 29 or 30 or whatever.
Trey's that your dog?
Yeah.
Yo, you better check it. Might be a raccoon, yo.
She good, man. She good.
I'm there.
She good.
Like, Trey, help.
Yeah, that's the call. Help me, nigga.
She good, man. But yeah, no, me tearing it in school was probably like the most humiliating thing because I knew something. I had been hurt before and trying to like process this, like, yo, this is really happening right now. And like, I had a teacher assistant. I'm whispering it to her, like, hey, because I'm not trying to make it a bigger deal to my students. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, I think I told my mama this. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I can't move right now. Like it hurts. And she's like, oh my God, like, do you want me to call? I said, don't make it a big deal. Like, I'm gonna finish this shit and I'll figure it out. But my eyes is watering because that shit really hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally just turned to like tell somebody, hey, who has the answer to this shit? And that shit said, and I was like, oh. And I just slowly sat down in my chair like, oh, this is cooked. Damn. This is cooked. And I just give me the Jordan flu game though. Shout out to me, Jordan. I finished the class. I didn't make a big deal. I just toughed it through, man. Teaching on one leg. That's my I mean, it's still embarrassing, but I did it. I couldn't believe that. It just humbled me to a part of how crazy your body gets off any movement. And now as I get older motherfuckers is telling me, hey, be careful how you get out of bed. Watch how you reach for that motherfucking can out of the thing. And then niggas, obviously niggas seen as I'm turning 40, so they sending me 40-year-old nigga memes.
All right.
This is where your body disconnect, where your mind telling you that this is where your mind telling you think you're doing this, but you're really doing this, and you look, and I'm like, okay, I respect that. Like I know I'm not a young nigga.
I ain't never tore nothing or broke nothing in my life. Not
really?
yeah,
that's crazy.
Life. bro. Like, which is crazy. Like, I feel like very blessed every time I hear like see somebody with like a
Not even like a sprained ankle or nothing.
nah, dog.
You don't
Never.
do no athlete shit like that. You
Come
cool,
on,
man.
man. No, I used to hoop. I used to play baseball.
No. But your body is like way different when you like 15, 16, 17.
Right.
All my fingers is fucked up.
When
You
I
know what I'm
got
saying?
when I got older, I stopped playing serious sports.
You are
because I knew
very
better.
realistic about life. You're
Yeah.
like, all right, nigga, let me see. Should I
Yeah.
run this 5K?
I was going.
Well,
This is a mental thing for me.
no,
Like,
I jog a 5K like maybe once every 2 months. I don't do the whole
Say
thing.
what?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
So you don't exercise. You don't do. I mean, not exercise. You don't do anything athletic, but you just out here just run 5Ks every 2 months just for the fuck of it.
Well, it's a track at Balboa Park that's 5K. So that's not even that far. It's like what 3 miles almost.
Okay.
look at that nigga. He out here making the 5K look light. He like,
I'm just saying it ain't really that because I used to jog during the pandemic. I used to jog 2 miles like every day. I mean, if you trying to stay healthy, nigga,
I
you
don't
gotta
like
do
running.
something.
I don't like running, and the fact that I don't have no.
I don't
cardio
either. I hate
league,
running. I
it
hate
is
running.
cooked. I will walk all over New York, but I am no longer running. That is out.
Well, you can't run, Trey.
I
Because
can't
that's,
run.
that's a
Right.
hazard, man.
No, it's literally a hazard.
Nigga,
Like I
you
have
told
no
your
cardio.
meniscus turning around. I
Yeah.
would say don't run.
But I'm just saying the idea of me actually trying to run, like if there was a mass
Chasing you.
shooting or something or a dog, like I'm gonna try, but like I
A dog.
literally
Hold up.
Oh, dog trying to chase
So-
you.
yeah,
Hold up.
like a crazy
So,
pit bull or something.
You got all these limitations, my G.
Mm-hmm.
But you said that you could fuck with a raccoon 2 weeks ago.
I don't have
This
to
nigga
run,
got all
though.
these limitations. Yo, get the fuck out of
I
here.
tore both of my patellar tendons in both legs.
But listen,
Yeah.
he did.
How?
He did. Yeah, he did.
Raccoons.
But listen, I'm gonna be in here fading. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I
Bing,
tore both of my main patellas in my left and my right leg.
How?
I tore each one.
How you
Hooping
do that?
both times. Hooping both times.
Yeah, his
How
ass shouldn't
far
have been on the
apart?
court.
How
And
far
you hoop like
decade.
you hoop like a bruiser. You
Nah,
ain't
I
even-
don't really hoop. I don't really hoop like that. I'm not like a fouler. You know what I mean? I play the game hella smart. You know what I mean? I was always that dude that was
nigga
Six
passed
years.
like that girl in PE.
yeah, just really I major dimes. I know how to use my size. But I used to just jump too high for a guy as heavy as I was. So I tore the first one hooping with game. Was hooping at Anderson Park in Carson, right in DA.
Yes, Anderson Park is a real park.
Yep. And I tore
I know niggas
tore
here
my
Anderson Pack and Anderson Park. Yeah.
I tore my right one, snapped, and had my kneecap up. And then the left one, I tore it
Big
hooping
ass.
in Cerritos at that park where all the hoopers used to hoop in Cerritos.
Oh, the park with the benches.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about exactly.
Tore
There's
it
a
over
lot of
there.
Asian homies there. They be thinking they Kobe up in that motherfucker.
It was the original
Oh,
Steph Curry.
Kobe.
It was the original Steph Curry's. Big
Niggas-
three.
Shouts to our
Well,
commercial too at Wyden, man. Wyden
Dog,
Shanghai.
that was a dope ass commercial. That year of the Mamba commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tore my
I-
left
I
one
fe-
same way. You
What
know
were you gonna say,
I mean?
Amin?
No. He said you tore. Like, was it? Do you remember the play?
Yeah, what's funny is I was finishing at the cup and made a layup and came down and my leg stopped, but my body kept going and pop. But that's funny. The left one, I knew exactly what it was.
Mm.
Like I
But
knew
see,
what it was. 'cause
That's
the
me. That's me in general when you think about trying to run. Because I can't stop now. It's like gonna be like a cartoon where you're
Yeah, that's
Wile E.
what's wrong.
Coyote, where he off the hill and the nigga just run in the air. That's what
the cliff
not
is.
having no cartilage is like, because you can't stop.
Oh.
Your mind think you like, oh yeah, this shit cool. Jason, you want to race? I'll beat you. No, no.
Man,
I
you know
can't
who
stop my
used to
legs.
try to race me? This nigga J305.
Oh yeah.
That nigga used to think he was
Jay
fast. I'm
don't
like,
look
bro,
like he's an athlete too.
nah, but Jay likes to work out and post on, he's lifting weights and work.
Oh,
he
West
up
Coast
there.
nigga, yeah.
Yeah. So we when we was on tour or doing little shit, we'd be at the homie house. This nigga Jay will always try to race me. I used to dust this nigga. I'm like, Jay, you are fat, bro. You are too husky to be trying to race. Like at the time, I was probably like 142 pounds or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't. it's like me trying to box in his weight class. Like you can't run in the same weight class with somebody like
That's
that.
all I've been doing was crazy. Ever since I hurt my legs, that's all I've been doing, just defining my hands.
Yeah.
That's my only workout is defining my hands. It just happened to be the best time in my life. I wish I would have never been hooping now. I wish I'd always been fighting and boxing.
Man, I wish I would have got into kickboxing earlier. My homie, his son, yeah, my homie is a champion kickboxer. He was like the world champ.
Van Damme?
Nah, his name is Jermaine Soto, but he's been training his son. His son is like 15 or 16 now. He's been training him to kickboxing. He's a champ right now too. He got a gym out in the valley, so I go out there from time to time. But man, I wish I would have got into that shit earlier, because trying to kick when you old, like trying to lift your leg up, bro, that's some real pain. Like you can't really do that shit like that when you get old. Like you can't be lifting your leg up.
I would recommend for all people that's like Trey, like if you want to really work out, get into boxing. Boxing is the best thing I ever got into. It's probably like it's one of the greatest workouts I ever experienced.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you like about it?
I'm in golfing now, bro. So
golfing is the best shit. Golfing
boxing is better.
Golfing ain't real exercise, but it's a good fake exercise.
It's networking is what that shit is. That nigga just working out there.
It's good.
But Glasses, when you say it's the best thing ever, what is it about boxing that you like that makes you wish you had been doing that?
The coordination from feet to head. You know what I mean? Everything is at once. It's like playing chess, except it hurts sometimes. It's because it's not like fighting the way you would have. Like I've been in a lot of fights growing up, but like it's not like fighting. It is fighting because somebody getting punched, but it's really slick. It's a lot more position and geometry. And like I got into a fight probably a year ago, and like it was just bad. You know, it was fast. You know what I mean? Because it's like you so equipped for the situation. It's like, nah, this is probably not fair. You know what I mean? It's not right to. It's one thing when you used to be proud of yourself winning fights when you was coming up because everybody fought as much. But when you actually learn how to position yourself for a fight, it just becomes different. But I like the chess part of it, the thinking. And it also makes the punches they don't hurt as bad. Like you don't want to get punched because you're not worried about being hurt. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to get punched because it's like somebody, beating you in the game.
Right. So it's like they scored.
Right.
Yeah, and it don't matter if it's hard or not. It's more like you be more frustrated, so it kind of gets you used to this concept. You know what I mean? I really like the workout top to bottom. It works all kind of muscles. It's like a really good workout. Like I would really recommend that for people that when anybody at any age, I think you should learn how to box because it's just it's a real discipline thing. It's just a special thing to learn.
But Glasses,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, Glasses, also, wouldn't you say that once you learn boxing, you recognize how unskilled like street fighting is?
Craziest part is because when you realize everybody just throw hooks.
Yeah.
Every last person, because it's just hooks. It's like, but I knew that before I got into boxing, because in regular street fights, I would just jab people. I pretty much won 90% of the fights just in a jab, because everybody else is hooking and you just standing straight in front of them, like throwing straight punches, and they like, they don't know what to do. Everybody else is just, they swimming. You just bam.
I was gonna say every nigga acts like they're doing like some official stance when they're boxing, right? Like when a nigga pull up.
That's true. Shout out to No Cut Fact. Everybody in the street fight is throwing big right hands and big lefts, and they swimming, and I was winning fights with jabs in the streets every day, no lie. I pretty much got most of my homeboys with a jab, a punk jab.
Did y'all see the video? Man, these kids must have been like 8th grade. It could have been much.
The basketball court where bro threw the punch.
Put that little nigga in. Or two, like 2 or 3. Like
he dropped 3 people.
Oh, you talking about when another dude ran up and he dropped him too? Boom. Yeah.
Nah, and then all of a sudden,
put that little nigga in the boxing ring. He in the wrong sport.
Nah, y'all gotta show me.
That nigga's the original.
I don't have it, but
he's the original. Like dudes like that. He
put that little nigga in the boxing ring, or have him shadow a security guard, because that's that nigga future. He gonna be dropping nigga shit, bro. No, you know what's crazy?
Basketball forever.
You know what's crazy? For trouble kids, just start just showing them niggas just things that they can like really intertwined with their passion. You know what I'm saying? Like if a nigga really tripping, he always fighting on. Get that nigga in the gym. Get him boxing, bro. Another nigga.
And it take a lot of the sting out. Because most people just want to be good at something. You know, a lot of people we look at growing up that was like the bad kids. They just wasn't good enough. They probably had some level of
all them fat ass bullies.
Growing up. Yeah.
Niggas is going to offensive lineman camp. We're gonna teach you how to make some money for yourself. Take that anger out on them niggas. Like I'm telling you, bro.
It usually fix you.
I'm saying, bro, add a little discipline to a nigga life, bro. It changed a whole nigga world.
My boxing coach was a bad kid. He always was fighting. And he said the only way he stopped fighting so much is when he learned how to box. Just kind of, took everything out of him.
Yo, not to change the subject, but K-Tronada, I like K-Tronada. Like, very talented DJ. Goes on tour, does all these things. I don't know what told him to hit send on this tweet. He says, I can't believe I've been wearing the same clothes for the past 5 days. Went to the concert, to the club, which is the club, to the gym, musty and all. Now, this is a very accomplished gentleman. For context, the airlines lost his clothes and baggage, but you got money. No excuse.
Yes.
My niggas, if any of us went on a trip and the airlines was like, we still trying to like figure out your luggage situation. Are you going to say, well, I don't have no new drawers, no deodorant?
Bro, yeah, I don't think anybody on this podcast.
Now you gotta get some deodorant, my nigga.
Bro, it wouldn't even last an hour. Nigga, I would be in the airport buying these items. Like
white people forgive me for a better term, but I've noticed this. A lot of successful white people really are not like in the showers the way sometimes they be talking about. Like I'm not saying it's a standard, but I've heard successful actresses, female singers, they be like, yeah, you don't need to shower, once every 3 or 4 days. And black people, not only, I swear to God,
they don't wash their legs.
Yeah, they be, they be saying stuff.
Glasses, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's these artsy fartsy niggas that think that they don't have to wash up. They be dating the chicks with the underarm hair, niggas, and y'all know these niggas, the niggas with the dirty locks. You know these niggas, man.
Oh, backpack niggas.
I wouldn't even go that far. It's these artsy fartsy niggas.
Because the niggas just eat the tree bark.
You know what? But if you a celebrated person, you probably be pushing the envelope. You probably just be pushing the envelope. You be
just because you can.
Man, you got to shower, bro. Like you just got to shower. Like I don't even understand that. Just
I would let a fan go get my shit. If I'm that rich, I'd be like, listen, just lost my luggage. Who want to get me this toiletries? It'd be my personal assistant.
Let me be real. Let me be real. It's not even about other people or being in pub. Dog, you gonna be itching and shit with all the nastiness on you. Like I feel
black people is hella. Black people wash their chicken. Don't nobody else wash their chicken.
But wait, Glasses, K-Tronada.
I just found out that they don't wash the chicken in restaurants. I just assumed everybody watch chicken. No,
Jerv. Glasses didn't know that K-Tronada is black.
No. I don't even know who it is.
I don't even know who the fuck that is, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Canadian.
I heard the name.
Yeah. K-Tronada is a nigga.
He's Haitian, by the way. Haitian.
But he's in the circle with all of the
he an artsy guy.
Yeah, like the Donald Glovers, the Earl Sweatshirts, like all of them type of guys.
He do kind of look like it is a movement going on where brothers don't be cutting their hair. It look like they don't comb it or.
I mean, even the J. Cole shit, I'm like, bro,
it was a time where it was looking real. Yeah.
Like, why you look like that, bro?
But the nigga not walking around musty. I'm gonna say that. That's all I'm gonna say. Regardless of how the nigga presence is, nigga not walking around musty.
He look like he musty.
You don't get your hair cut. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing.
Not getting your.
You know what I mean?
Niggas is
like you already pushed it, not getting your hair cut. That's like not showering. Get your hair cut.
Associating no haircut with mustiness is a tough.
I mean, it's right. They next door to each other.
You look like your ass itch, nigga.
They for sure.
You washed your ass.
Because ain't nobody getting a haircut that's musty.
Yeah, for sure. You ain't going to the barbershop musty.
The barber
the other way.
Chair if you musty.
Yeah, like a black barber
gonna make you wash your hair.
He gonna be like, hey, bro. We got to get up out of here with that.
Yeah,
And
nobody want to eat the stink, man.
And
But-
Sit
but-
there and just
you know
to
the
answer
other.
your question,
Go
Trey.
ahead.
Well, real
Mhm.
quick. To answer your question, you land, you get to the hotel, you go to Target, go buy. Draws is $18 for the 6-pack of Hanes.
6.
Get
Yep.
them Hanes white tees.
yep.
Sweats.
Underwear. Get some
Some
sweats, some
some
Target
sweats.
sweats.
And some
Yeah.
socks.
You
And
walking
then-
out there with a cool $100 purchase and you good.
And then I'm assuming he's staying somewhere like in a hotel.
Mhm.
Nice hotel, I'm sure.
Nice hotel. They got cleaning service. Whatever you was wearing, send that shit to the cleaners. Come back. $100 takes care of all this shit for him.
And you
But-
famous, so niggas not even
but
about to
you-
hit you with the dress code.
But you know the answer. Y'all know the real answer of why the niggas walking around for 5 days without taking a shower.
Drugs.
Yeah, exactly. The niggas on drugs. Like, come on. Like, let's be real.
Hey,
Niggas on drugs.
I keep
of
telling
them.
people they underestimate drugs. I think drugs make people gay. I think drugs make people make a lot of different decisions.
You sound like the nigga that said the fires was. You didn't see that clip.
Because-
No, I'm
because-
telling you, drugs is serious, bro. Drugs, people underestimate the power of drugs. Drugs is not no punk.
Right. Like,
no,
the
it's
nigga-
real.
That niggas walking around with no sense of smell. The niggas walking around.
As an
You know what I'm
ex
saying?
D-boy, bro, that used to sell, and you know, Trey, like my neighbor was famous for selling
Allegedly.
PCP. No, facts. I went to jail for this. I just you can look it
All
up.
right, all right, all right.
I'm just being honest. I was in jail for it ample times. I had that
Okay.
13541 over and over again. What I'm saying is you would watch people smoke Sherman, get naked. Like you could see the effects on no lie, bro. One of my homeboys, shout out to Lil J.
Shout out to
He
Lil
had
J.
smoked a stick. He was, it was
No,
it
no,
was
shout out
work.
to Lil J.
And he was in the yard, and you play with your homeboys when they high, right? That's just standard. You know what I mean? You do things, you mess with their mind. I'm sorry, it's just, culture humor. And I'll never forget, like we was playing, and I came up with this bright idea. So I closed the gate to the yard he was in, like boom, it sound like prison. Boom. I'm like, Jay, they gave you life. He like, they gave me life. Oh, gee, cuz. And he was holding on the bars. I swear to God, he was like, put some on my books, cuz. Tell my grandma, cuz I'll be home. He really thought he was in prison. I
Cold
swear to
nigga,
God.
man.
That's a wild ass practical
I
joke, man.
swear to God. So real story. And you just do things, and it's like drugs is underrated, man. It'll bring a lot of stuff out of people that's deep down, man. Drugs ain't no punk. And everybody just freelancing, and they just taking drugs, and random people making it like pills. And it's like,
Right.
bro, what are you
Nigga
doing?
failed chemistry, but he know how to make a pill.
Exactly.
I'm
Right.
cool.
But
Like
Trey,
if you wonder why people dying of overdoses and all that. First off, if you see the little prescription they give you for fentanyl when you're in a hospital, like when I had surgery, it was like in a milli, like a small micro dose, and you got some nigga that barely could read trying to cut some ecstasy
man.
with some fentanyl to
Right.
make it stronger.
Right. Imagine, nigga, think about the shit that he said, right? In the tweet. Right. We know he
He
did
deleted it. It was so bad that niggas bullied him off
Right.
that shit to delete it.
But we know he did a mountain of other shit within those days. But imagine just a nigga who goes to the gym, musts himself up, goes the whole day and night, goes to the club, musty as hell,
Gotta be high. You right.
and then does he go to sleep? I don't know. But then he's into the next day and has not thought, let me
Eventually
walk
gotta be on
underneath my
purpose to
arm.
be high.
That gotta be ego and drugs to be
Yeah, but
thinking you can't
think
smell
about it, bro.
yourself. Cause like
That's
no,
crazy.
carrying the musty on you like it's a Glock is crazy.
Yeah, like you get, and then you add in layers of new must.
I
Your
play-
Wednesday must
You know
is
what's
carrying
funny?
around with your Friday must, and
I
you
think
going
that's
into
Puff.
Saturday turning up.
I think that's Puff. That was Puff. Puff was always high when them things was happening.
Insanity, bro. That's
Drugs is serious, bro. Drugs,
I-
we don't.
I played
As a
against
country-
musty niggas. And a
as a
musty nigga set a
country-
screen on you or foul you and you get sweat plus must.
Yeah, I
I'm
would
running
stop
to a
playing.
nigga like, what? And I'm like,
Hey,
Yeah, I stopped doing that.
you know the worst version of that, Trey? Shirts versus skins. The musty nigga.
and then
Oh.
it's a nigga.
That's
I
what
wouldn't even play. If I was hooping,
Hey,
I
man.
wouldn't even play with dude.
They're like,
Listen,
hey man, DM. I'm like, you guard him.
It
I'm
was a
not
nigga.
guarding
It was a nigga we used to hoop against, bro. He was a grown nigga. He probably was like 22. Me and Donald was 16. We used to hoop at the Salvation Army. There's this nigga named Misty, and I don't even know if bro alive or not right now. But shouts to Misty. The nigga would do. He was just muscular built. He about 5'8", but grown man strength. He already had it. The nigga, when we would play shirts and skins, this nigga like hairy chest like Wolverine, right? So
like along K Poly.
listen, bro. So he would sweat after a game or two, and he'd be like, "I got him." So when he defended me, because he felt like he a lockdown defender, it's not because you got good defense. It's because you slimy, nigga.
Yeah.
You out here just bodying up on niggas. You throwing it, but like I could guard him or whatever. But I'm like, nigga.
I feel like Rodman was one of those niggas. Like he would
sure didn't probably wash his ass
he
on
was a
purpose.
mental monster. He
He
probably
Chris Childs told us on here that he used to eat onions before games. So niggas, when they smell them, like they would be like,
His
I'm
breath
not mad at
roll.
that.
Didn't Shaq say he wouldn't take showers or some shit like that?
That's why he's in the top 10. That's why he's one of the 10 greatest NBA.
Well, yeah, but my fault. I mean,
Jerv.
bad. As soon as I said it, I knew. I'm sorry.
what?
Shaq just be lying.
"I'd be lying."
I
bro.
can't believe shit he said.
You can't believe shit
It
the
might be
nigga say,
true.
man.
I believe it's the Robin story.
No, Robin,
Robin,
yeah.
all the mental edges.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
hot
Robin-
that nigga.
That's a crazy edge to get the must edge to get on the nigga.
And if you want to win,
Robin,
Yeah, no, that's
thing.
real though.
Weaponizing
Robin-
your must is crazy.
No, but he would. It wasn't only that. Robin would do the There you go. No cut. Just brought up. He would like if he got a vibe that I think was a little homophobic. That nigga would act super gay just to fuck with it. So Alonzo Mourning, them niggas be lined up at the free throw line, like on the lane. And,
Nigga
you know,
ass.
the basket is perpendicular, so we facing each other across the lane. This nigga Dennis Rodman be facing him like this. Then nigga be touching his leg. He like, you know how like they be boxing out niggas like this. Rodman don't even know. He just put his hand on his thigh. And Zoe slapping away. Then he put his hand on his thigh again. Like the nigga did every little thing to get under people's skin. That was just like whatever it was. So if someone told me, this nigga was musty all the time, absolutely, 100%. 100%.
Robin is a monster, man. But yeah, I think we don't talk enough about drugs. We've really made drugs way too simple in America. Like
Speaking of drugs, Jerv, can you pull up Nate Dogg's son video? Because is this nigga on video? Is this nigga on drugs?
Transition. That's even.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Feel like that, bro. That's crazy. Shout out to Lil Bro. I see what he was trying to do.
Nah.
Shout out to Lil Bro. I see what he was trying to do.
You gotta read the room.
Man, that nigga must be off the.
Not a room read.
He must be off the
Not a
whip.
room read, Trey.
There's too many people off the whip.
Didn't know how to do it.
He didn't know how to do
the same thing, and I would have knew exactly how to do it. He didn't know how to do it.
But I mean, Paramount Glasses his timing was off. Like
it's not the
can't come in.
It's not the
It
time.
is that you can't come in day one, fire still burning. You can't come in day one, bro.
They was in a hurry.
There is a way to do it.
Jason, he's worried that someone's gonna scoop him.
Yeah, I know. You could tell, like he's like, man, I'm gonna get this
bro.
first. I'm gonna get this first, and then niggas gonna fuck with like. You could see the thought process behind why he thought it was.
Listen to the words. Don't look at the visuals. The visuals confusing.
And yeah, the fact that his name is Inhale.
I still gotta smoke. City on fire, but I still gotta smoke.
This shit kind of fire.
City on fire, but I still gotta smoke. I still gotta smoke. City on fire, but I still gotta smoke. I still gotta smoke. I really don't know when I'm looking at it close. What is going on? At first I was sold. They used to be closed. Now my eyes open. It feel controlling, or maybe I'm loaded. Like before this day was known, it seemed all talk, so they had to show it. Yeah, so it's hot now, nigga, it's boiling. We running out of sources, we must stay focused. I wonder how the rich folks knew it was approaching. Like Rogan, lucky or they chose it. I'm just here smoking. No, he's a dim state and they can't control it. It's so much bullshit spreading all over. But homie, it's looking like they forcing drama to blind us so niggas can't see the real problem. I'm honest and thankful. I pray to my angels. I wonder if it's painful or is it just Mother Nature on fire, but I still gotta smoke. I still
Turn it
gotta
off, Jerv.
smoke. City
On fire, but I still gotta
Who is
smoke.
on, wait? Who's on his pants? Who's the niggas that's on his pants?
Go back, Jerv. What's up?
Yeah.
Don't hit
Wait,
play
hold
though.
on.
Yo.
Wait, what?
Please.
What you just say?
Listen, who's on his
Look at the
pants?
pants.
He got
Look at his
pieces on his
pants.
pants. Pull it up.
It's
God,
the niggas.
hold on.
Don't
Look
hit
at
play
his
though.
pants.
Zoom in.
Hit play again.
Yeah,
Just
go
go
back.
to-
Go back to where's the shot.
Hold
It's
on.
a bunch of niggas on his pants.
Who was them niggas?
Oh,
It's some niggas, dog. It's some white men
Jerv,
for
you can't-
sure.
You can't
Screenshot it or
Zoom.
zoom it or something. Come on,
It's
man.
Pablo.
Oh,
Is it
Pablo
Pablo?
It's definitely Pablo Escobar.
oh
Who's
yeah,
the other
D-boy.
niggas? It's like five.
Yeah, the
Probably
cowboy
John
hat
Gotti.
on.
Pablo for sure. You're right. That one is Pablo, but I think it's all D-boys on his pants.
Yeah,
Like the D-boys.
he's sick for having
That's what you
that.
call it at the bottom. It's Chapo at the bottom. Why do I know all this shit?
Man.
This this is my movies, dog.
So,
Like,
so he got the Mount Rushmore of Mexican cocaine dealers, bro. Spanish
yeah.
cocaine.
Pablo's
Spanish
Colombian.
cocaine
Yeah,
dealers.
don't put
No,
put
but
some
look
respect
at
on
that
my name.
backdrop, bro. That
That's
car,
in someone's
Who's
house.
that?
nigga, that's insensitive as fuck.
The
Right,
news show
somebody's-
the same
Here we
thing.
go.
The
Does
city
it-
on fire, but I still
Does
need
it?
The news
Does it
do the
change
same
anything?
thing. It's the overtone.
Oh, it's just Pablo and Chapo. Okay.
Nah, who's the
Hold on.
nigga with the new era on the top of the other leg?
Nah, it's the same. It's the same people, just on the other side. One's at the
Oh,
one's at the top and one's at the
Oh,
bottom.
it's just two.
Yeah, they flipped it.
Pants
They did a little vice versa on the joint.
That's nuts, man. That's a
Man.
wild choice of clothing, but the city on fire and I still gotta smoke.
Still got to smoke.
See,
That's a habit, bro.
Boom,
That
boom.
is a
The news
that's a
do the
bad
same
habit. I ain't gonna
thing.
do that. I ain't gonna do that to Jerv because I know Jerv like weed. But
what?
this
You
nigga,
insensitive. You insensitive as hell, Trey.
what?
What? Because you rocking with the city.
No,
on fire.
no.
But the city is on fire.
The city on fire. He's speaking
and
the
he does have to smoke.
and he still has
He
to
still
smoke.
got to smoke. He really got to
He just-
smoke because the city on fire. Like he
just
really.
It's just the timing of it, like because the city's still on fire. But he just
But
like
it's funny though because the news show the same thing.
yes.
But I'm telling you, it's the tone of the song. It's the tone of what's happening. Like if he would, like if I was showing out and looked up, like okay, you got to do something else too. Like you got to show stuff on fire. You got to show people struggling. Fire trucks come. Like you got to take something.
Right.
off.
There was no
Yeah.
editing. There was no editing in the
That
video.
nigga said that
He
nigga was
should've had
driving
some
down the street and
B-roll.
said, "This one cool."
Yeah, no, that's exactly. I could tell you the whole script of what happened that day. He got them pants from the swap meet. First of all, you know what I'm saying. The nigga planned out.
This nigga's facts it.
He
Say
planned
with
out
the
his whole
dance.
He had the day before. He had a producer cook up the beat, laid the shit down overnight. Had his homie mix it. Couple hours. He's like, yeah, man, this shit riding. We about to pull up over there. Oh man, the homie said, this block, they ain't even no cops right in that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go over here. Niggas pulled up, wasn't no cops there. Nigga had to, well, first off, he called the homie with the camera. So it was him and the homie with the camera. The homie with the camera popped out. He was probably nervous looking around.
Mhm.
Like, I hope
Bad
that-
enough.
Hey, because that's another thing. Niggas gonna tell you get away from there. Like get
Yeah.
away from there. Like,
right.
Like some punk kids. Like, what are you doing? This nigga
Yeah.
sit
But,
there.
but think about it, right? The news does the same thing over and over, running the
Read
split.
the room, nigga.
Yeah, but I'm saying the news does the same thing. I'm telling you, the problem is the tone. Like he got to look more sad. It got to be more down. Like it's not down. It's too like monotone.
upbeat.
Like no, this is serious, bro. It's a burn
Yeah,
down.
bop.
Well, he
You know
was
what I'm
saying,
saying, Jay?
like,
Like the news
it-
does the same thing. We don't be like
but
we
Glasses,
feel
you
like
gotta look
they're
at it like
informing
this.
us, right?
Glasses,
Even though
you gotta-
they capitalizing off of tragedy.
Right. But
Glasses.
he should have been more informative, Glasses. He should have
Yeah.
No,
took
if you
like you
listen,
said,
not
a
listening, if
different
you're not
tone.
listening to the words.
Hey.
The words. No, for
Nigga
real. No,
said-
look.
Nigga said, wait, this nigga had on the drug dealer UNK NBA pistol.
No.
Yeah.
No, like listen, no, it's the tone. Listen to the words. He's saying things about what's happening in LA. It's
Right.
just the tone is too like streamlined and he looks too
Direct.
nonchalant about it. It's like this is serious. Like you gotta
Right.
show,
No,
or
no,
let
it-
somebody else be emotional.
No,
Like
but to
show
be
it
fair-
It was the edit. It was the edit. It was
Here we go.
like you was right at first. It was the edit. He needed like a family,
sad. Yeah,
sad,
keep
say
it sad.
something, and
He
then
like-
cut. Yeah, he just
like
on
this.
there grooving, two steps,
Hey,
That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
To
okay,
be
you can't
fair,
be dancing, bro. Like you
niggas-
can't. This is not this. But
To
if
be
when I heard
fair-
the words, I was like, oh, I get what he tried to do. Because at first I was like, bro, what the fuck? But then I saw what happened. I'm listening to the words. I'm like, oh, he's talking about what's happening. And this is the kind of, I'm like, okay, the idea is cool, but I'm like, okay, you're not
to be
sad
fair,
enough.
He accomplished it. 'cause
Like you
he went
dancing,
viral.
you bop.
He
You
went
can't be
viral.
bopping, bro, in front of somebody burnt down house. That just
He did go viral.
He went viral, and that's Nate Dogg's son. It's literally his son. That's Nate Dogg's son.
It's his son.
Right.
And
That,
he was
that's
dope in
yeah,
football, too.
his name, because Nate Dogg named
Inhale.
Nathaniel Hale. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what the inhale is for, which is that's
Yeah.
a good.
And he was a football player.
And he was dope.
He was nice as
He
fuck
was nice.
in football.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
played University of Arizona.
Yeah, he was
Nice,
nice.
nice receiver, nigga. But he
He
just,
just got
cra-
need more help. He just needed more help.
but
I
Glasses.
appreciate
You gotta
that.
look at it like this, Glasses. You know how black people laugh from crying? He was saying, despite the city being on fire, the weed will make it feel better.
Let's do drugs, man. I still gotta
Them
smoke.
drugs, I'm doing drugs, nigga.
But even when
My
I'm
house
listening to
burned
the
down, but I can
words,
smoke. But weed won't burn me.
Jerv ain't giving no credit.
I
Jerv.
feel like we's not really in that drug category. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
Jerv
Jerv.
just trying to
Jerv.
save himself.
oh,
Look,
by all means,
it's
I'm not
okay.
saving shit. I'm gonna be cool.
Jerv, all I'm gonna say is about
You're gonna
weed.
make different decisions.
All I'm gonna say about weed.
gonna
If you
make different
choose eating food or you choose any serious decision over weed, weed over anything that's important, you got a problem, nigga.
Why do
A
I
lot
have
of
to
people-
choose?
No. You don't have to choose, but there are niggas that will rather put in on weed than get food, nigga. So I'm saying, if you ever got to that level, it is considered.
I mean, but what's the like? Did I not eat all day, or like I'm not just not putting it on the food?
Trey, understand what this nigga is.
I'm not hungry. Like if I'm
No.
not hungry, I'm putting on the food.
Jerv on everything. I'm gonna tell you what you sound like right now. Remember when the dude was interviewing R. Kelly and he said, "Do you like young girls?"
Oh.
And R. Kelly was like,
Come on, I think.
"Now, how young are we talking?"
He said teenage.
Like instead
He
of just
said
saying
teenage.
no, instead of just being like, "No, I don't know," the nigga was like, "Well, let's get nuanced here." Same thing here. This nigga just told you if you ever hit the point where you got to choose between weed and food, please choose food. And you're like, "Now, how hungry am I?" Like, you wanted to find nuance in this conversation. So just saying, you know what, man? I'm good. I know food is necessary for survival. You're like, now how close to demise am I?
How
Like if
malnourished?
it was a plane crash and all of us survived, and niggas is like, Glasses like, yo, I found mango. Jason like, I found water. Means like, we could use this as clothes. Me, I'm like, oh, I found the radio thing. This nigga Jerv's like, I found marijuana. And
Like,
then,
revenge of the nerds.
I think it still got some in it.
Revenge
I'd
of
be
the
like,
nerds.
hey, we all have found the essentials to keep us functioning.
Jerv.
Everybody got what everybody needs.
Crazy.
Y'all might as well smoke me on this desert island. We ain't got shit else to do.
That's exactly what the homie is saying too. It's like, we on the desert island. This is a perfect time to smoke. Somebody just got married. This is a perfect time to smoke. All this shit
yeah,
on fire. It's a
good or
perfect time to
bad
smoke.
weed. Listen, good or bad weed is always there for you. That's the message of that song.
Yeah. So wait,
For real.
let's
City on fire, but a nigga still
I
smoke.
still gotta smoke.
Still gotta smoke.
I still gotta
But think
smoke.
about that. Like, think about that. You crying, you lost everything,
Yeah, I
and
still gotta
asking where
smoke.
weed at.
Did y'all talk about Jello Ball last week?
Yes. We
Okay,
played in
so-
everything. That shit was
So
fire.
is this? I know it's harder because the context makes it harder, but is this kind of like in the same lane as a Jello Ball track?
Nah, because
Jello track is a slap, yo. That joint actually rolls.
This is what I'm saying. I mean,
Also,
like,
I caught my
it is,
favorite.
it is,
I thought
it
one of my
is,
favorite
it is,
rappers
it
hating on
is.
this, and and my
is.
feelings was hurt.
but Trey, like the inhale track, yeah, it went viral, but like in a negative way. I don't think he's gonna get no bag off of this song.
No,
or, like,
hell
have
no.
no future, nothing. Like the Jello song,
niggas is calling him weirdo.
right? The Jello song
He'll be
actually
something
slaps,
Yeah.
and niggas is playing it. It's got million streams. Like Boosie and Moneybags trying to get
Got
on the
15
song.
million.
Like, yeah, like the song is a legitimate hit song. Like
They got a bidding war.
Currency yesterday put out a tweet. He said, "Y'all playing that song in rides and shit, or y'all really just doing a thing right now?"
That don't mean it was that song.
And the internet lit his ass
hey,
up.
Glasses, don't lie. Don't lie, Glasses.
But he's right, though.
Glasses
bro.
attorney at law.
He right, though.
That's a question, though. That's a good question.
The only thing I give him
about that song is fair.
The only thing I give him on that is because he does have a New Orleans style in the song, and it might feel like to a New Orleans native that that was for spitting.
I fucks with spitting.
You taken from their culture, so I could understand it from that perspective, but that I could only give him like 12% on that because the other 88% is hate. And you just
like, and I was talking to my man for this. He was saying, "Listen, you know how much hate you have to follow through to hit send? Like you already think, like you.
He thought it a lot. He thought it a lot.
You already know.
You've been thinking about it.
Yeah. And then now you need the validation to say,
what if niggas just don't like the song? Like niggas can't like the song.
Up. Right? Why you gotta hate?
Wait, hold on, time out. I'm hating because I don't like what y'all like. Now I'm a hater because I don't like it.
Why do you have to address it?
Why do you gotta make it a public opinion?
So I can only give my opinion on something if I like it. If not, I'm hating.
So let me ask you a question.
Go to me.
Because this actually reminds me of something that happened where this happens in the NBA a lot, where it's like niggas say shit that was not solicited from them. It's an easy way around it. Like, look, like, oh, that song, people seem to like it. Leave it alone. That's if you're asked. Unsolicited, there's no reason to be throwing that shit out there because you just bring the wrong kind of attention to yourself. The reason why I throw this to you, Jerv, because I don't know if you saw what Paul George said the other day. Did you see what Paul George said the other day? They asked this because they've been running some small ball lineups.
They're playing him at the
Nick
5.
Nurse been playing him at the 5. They asked Paul George, how hard has the adjustment been? This nigga said, I'm bored. I'm like, what are you saying? What do you want? This is so easy. At best, you say, look, whatever it takes to help the team win, I'm going to do whatever it takes.
I'm ready. Yeah.
I've never done this before, but it's an adjustment. I'm learning, but whatever it takes. I know we have a big hole. We started the season down, so we got to play catch up, whatever it takes. Nope, this nigga says, I'm used to chasing guards around screens, and playing the 5 is kind of boring. Like, what are you talking about, nigga? That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all, listen, you have to make a choice. Like, okay, Jerv, so problem 1, it's okay to be a hater. I keep telling y'all got to stop worrying about people. Stop trying to be friends with everybody. If it's okay for Currency, who is a professional rapper at the highest level in dope, to talk shit about the Jello Ball song, just because I enjoy it, he's not saying anything wrong. It's okay if you at the park hooping and everybody go crazy. The internet is doing the internet thing. And I'm one of the people that enjoys it. So he's not wrong. Maybe he comes out with another song, it's jamming or it's not. It's okay. Both things are okay. It's okay for PG, who didn't want to play the 4 for Larry Bird as a stud, to be saying he's bored at playing the 5. I think that's what drives the content, because I don't want to hear the recreational way. I'm tired of hearing the lies. Tell me the truth. Are you really bored?
No, but like he even backtracked his shit and said checking on the climate and or trajectory of rap music is risky business. I think it's always been that way. And it's like, again, nigga.
Currency said that?
Yeah. Because
niggas
I thought you said Paul George followed up and said that. I was about to lose my mind. What the fuck's going on?
No, because the thing was, niggas was on him like, oh, you a hater, nigga. Like, you ain't had no song that went like this crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
you know why he has it?
Facts, though.
Of course.
Because it's not a fucking parody. It's not a joke.
Yeah. But again, here's
part
the thing.
Of the reason we listen.
But how is it a joke? How is it a joke if this young man is actually making songs?
Hey, bro, don't do that, Trey. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He
Trey.
can't get into that.
Don't do that.
Can't get into that.
Don't treat my shit like it's just trash. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't just make it like the hold on, Trey. Don't do that.
So he can't get to it.
Like it's trash,
he can't go to rap college.
Trey, he didn't. Don't do that.
I'm asking you a question.
I know, Trey, but that's not what's happening.
He making
we
music.
have to be okay with how the song is being marketed. And listen, it still don't mean that's not a good piece of art. I enjoy the song. I'll be jamming the motherfucker.
Okay.
But part of it is It's because it's funny. But
It is funny. But what isn't funny? What doesn't add joy? We ain't had music. We ain't had joy in music in a minute.
Nah, joy and being funny is
joy,
two different things,
laughing
bro.
at you is different.
But-
It is a jam. Look, I'm in, and it does remind us of prime era Southern music.
So he did a good job.
Okay,
That's not Trey. That's not what a good job is, Trey.
But-
That's a
but-
great
but-
job if you just into business. That's
but
not a great
Glasses-
job if you into the art.
Glasses,
Somebody say, is it rap parody?
But nah, to
Hell
Trey's
no.
point,
This shit
to
real
Trey's
hard.
point, most really good songs have a lot of humor in them. Like they're a lot of good, like
Jay,
especially when
you
they
being
first came.
disingenuous, Jay.
I-
You being disingenuous, Jay.
I'm
You
not
being
trying to be.
disingenuous, Jay.
I feel you.
You
I'm
doing
just-
something to make me laugh at you is not the same as you doing something to make me laugh.
I agree. And my only point in saying that is that Currency doesn't really have that type of humor or that type of button in his catalog. That's why he never hit that.
That's
level.
not Jay. That's not why. It's not why.
What do you think is the reason? Because Currency is a slow, monotone, clever rapper. Why did he never have? Who has a lot of great music?
A lot of
Why-
rappers in the history of rap music have never had that. Part of it is, listen, we all enjoy the song. It's a good song. But what's marketing the song is the things that we find humorous about the song,
right,
about the act, right? If a regular rapper came out with that song, it's not the same song.
Depends on the regular
There's
rapper.
definitely a shock value to it.
First song,
Yeah.
if it's somebody else's first song, not their Jello ball, right? But if it's somebody else's first song, it's not doing the same thing.
That's true.
Because it's not that type of record. It's a great record. I probably added 100 streams on the song. Let's just be honest. I don't want people to be talking shit. I'll be jamming this song.
So to be honest, he's been rapping for about 2 years. This is his first hit.
Yeah, but you can Trey.
No,
Stop
but that's
doing
not
it.
his point.
No,
Like,
I get
Trey,
it. I get
Trey,
it.
The point is that if K Zillionaire comes out and he's been rapping for 2 years and this song is the latest, nobody cares. It's the fact that he's the LeVar Ball's son, who was the other one,
the
funky, that's what makes it like gives it a novelty level to it.
Really,
he made it.
I understand, but again,
it's a really
he
great
has no.
record.
So there's no room for him in this space.
Of course,
That's not what he said.
I don't think anyone said that, Trey.
No, I'm asking Glasses because he said he's playing around basically in this
no,
space.
I didn't.
Like,
That's not
okay,
what
go
I'm
ahead.
saying. What
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying is it's okay if Currency, who is a career hip hop artist, to look at that and be like, "Oh, y'all trying to act like this is that."
Sure,
That's okay for him to
but,
say that.
But again, he could have kept that to himself.
But
it's okay. But again, it's like imagine telling like Tracy McGrady to not have a comment on the current landscape of the NBA because he doesn't agree with it.
Right, but Glasses, this was my point. This was my point, Glasses, about him and the song and everything.
I'm with you, B more.
I remember the same exact sentiment happening when Soulja Boy came out, and people thought he was a fucking clown, and that Soulja Boy Tell Him Crank That was going to be his only song. Then he came out with Donk, and then we realized he was a real. But listen to what I'm saying, Glasses. Do you not remember the inordinate amount of hate?
One of the first people on that. I was
But
one
do
of
you
the first
remember?
people to tell everybody this is gonna be a smash hit record.
But Glasses, do you remember when that song came out? How many people said how silly it was, how stupid he was, how this was gonna be his one hit? It was a goofy song, goofy kid. This was it, and he was done. And I'm just saying, it was the same, similar humor.
It's not similar. It's different, Jay. Soulja Boy is a real artist.
But we didn't know that at the time.
I did, so I can say I did. I know he produced the song. I knew he wrote the song. This is one of the only times in history that a producer produced.
So how many? How many songs? How many songs do we gotta have or even pass the Glasses check?
Wait, Trey.
Look, he don't need to pass my check. It's Jello Ball. I like this. I put 100 streams on the song.
He said he put 100 streams on the song.
But even
y'all trying to make it seem like Glasses made on this song.
But no, even how
I'm not nothing. I'm gonna double down and triple down or whatever I feel, but I'm saying it's not the same. Jello, I get what Currency is saying. He's saying you guys are doing what you guys do with music. You kind of treat it disposable as nothing, So he's saying that. Now, it's not about Jello Ball, and Jello Ball has a right to pursue his artistry. He should be fine. Like he's not like that song is jamming. Maybe I hope the next song is jamming. I think we need more jamming records, and he from the West. But I am not upset at Spitta for saying, hey, are y'all doing this, or y'all really feel like this song is that song? So I responded, this song jamming.
Right. And the other person I would say is Doja Cat. Doja Cat came in with a silly The Moo song, Bitch, I'm a Cow, and then she turned into Doja Cat.
But you talking about, but you talking
I know
about
she was already an artist.
Though, Jay.
I know.
I'm just trained in musicianship before.
But he's saying, but Glasses, what Jason's saying is when we discovered them, we didn't know anything.
It to people who are musicians that people didn't agree with their art, not a hooper who made a song that is considered like a novelty kind of song right now.
But okay, I guess my last point on that, Glasses, is he's got to have some kind of musical skill to be able to pull this off. So you don't think that he could replicate this ever again?
Don't ask me, nigga. I like the song.
No, but that's why I'm saying.
I'll
like
tell you
me
one
giving
thing.
an opinion on it was more
Is
so.
he going to
like,
be
I'm not
a
even
real?
trying
Is he's going to be a real artist? That's a different question.
I
don't know. But I'll tell you one thing: whoever produced the song, because that's not something he know. Like what he's doing on the song
did write it too.
It's in 3 tracks. It's a high, mid, low. It's a harmony song. You know what I mean? It's not no punk. Whoever made the record, because he didn't make the record. Somebody else made the record. He's just rapping and might have wrote his lyrics. But somebody did that correctly. So it depends on the person producing him, right? And that's where, yeah. So it's not about when do I decide he's a real artist? I like the damn song. I'm 100 spins in on the damn. I jam this song right now when I hop off because y'all keep bringing. I'm like, I'm gonna jam that song again. I like the song. He's asking you guys where you at with it, and it's fair because it is a bunch of people making parody things. It is,
or he can upload a video and say that whole jamming.
It is wearing long t-shirts. It is people doing that.
That's crazy.
So again, the parody part of it is where it's like there's a confusion in the art.
He could have worded that shit better. That's all.
Yeah,
Trey, you turn 40 and you just turn into an old man now, yo. Like niggas can't even ask questions anymore, yo.
My nigga,
it's not no jealousy. Like, see, I get what he's saying. I'm not mad at what he's saying, and I like the song. I like the song too.
I'm sure he liked the song too. But at the end of the day,
you ain't sure he liked the song. That nigga don't like that song.
Trust me, he can hear.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, and it does sound like a New Orleans song. At the end of the day,
from 2000 and 2000.
It's very big timers for sure. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like, hey, bro, you could easily just like let this time pass and give your opinion after the wave has gone and say, see, I knew that shit wasn't on shit because look at y'all.
That's not what he's saying. He's talking about you, Trey. Are you finna get the new Jello Ball album? That's what he's asking.
I would check it out. I got Miles Bridges shit and he ain't serious. RB40, nigga, he be gassing on that shit.
How you be doing us, dog? This how you treat us. You like just random niggas. If it was a random nigga hooping, I wouldn't go to watch his game. You like some random nigga hooping and shit like, Glass, come to my game. I'm not buying tickets to your game. I'm not finna even partake in the silliness you got going on.
Hey, he said if Currency was in the league somewhere, you would go.
I'm not watching it. I'm not going to watch when J. Cole. I was so mad when J. Cole talked about he's a hoop. Boy, sit your ass down somewhere because go to the studio.
Hey man, let that man.
Y'all gotta have some kind of respect for the craft to some degree. I'm not saying people can't do it. I'm just saying it's different. Remember, like
who's the best athlete rapper ever?
Shaq.
So Dame Dollar, AI.
I'm cool on Disney.
Right. Shaq got track with Big Dog and held his own.
Yeah.
Shaq's not greater than Shaq.
Shaq's the answer. AI is definitely not the answer.
AI.
Whoa. What we're not going to do is disrespect 40 bars because that shit rolled.
No, it did not. It did not.
That shit was not.
Yo, y'all crazy.
That
shit rolls.
Hold on. This is how I prove Jerv, you full of shit. Go get it right now and play it right now. We're going to play 40 bars right now.
Hold on.
It's on YouTube.
I don't have to go to YouTube. I'm going to go to my iTunes.
Nasty nigga.
Oh, Philly.
Jerv, nigga.
Philly.
Look, Can you imagine loving a
Like-
sports team so much that like you go
Yeah, you
lie
just
to
like the
yourself
music.
anyway?
Remember when Kobe came out with that song "Rest His Soul"? I was
Kobe.
not fucking with it. I don't.
Kobe.
Hey,
Thug Poet.
L-O-V-E,
Thug
L-O-V-E.
Poet was Thug Poet was trash.
Kobe had 2 songs, right?
Yeah, he had the
The one
freestyle.
with
And I hate
with
when
Tyra
Rhyme
Banks.
McKnight.
rap, they automatically feel like they got to
Rhyme
be a
McKnight
stud.
and Tyra Banks. There's 2 different tracks.
Kai Jones shit was.
Can y'all hear it? Oh no.
Crazy. Kobe was
I take BD serious. Bart Oatmeal's getting
Bart
like
Oatmeal.
he
All right,
digging
Oatmeal,
in.
get a bowl, get a bowl.
He digging in, bro. He digging in. But Shaq is for sure the greatest one. Yeah, Shaq is nice.
Hey, you know, while Jerv looks for it, you know who I heard like for years that I heard is like niggas said this nigga's nice, but ain't never been on wax ever. Elton Brand.
Yeah.
Mad people swear by Elton Brand
That's funny.
because
It's
he was hanging.
KD verse on the little
Katie
verse
got
on
some
Friday,
shit.
it was cool.
Katie
It's
got
something
some
about
shit.
it's something about big niggas pause that they can't rap. Like you gotta like you don't know no great tall rappers. Like every rapper is probably 6'2" or below.
Game is
Oh, you
6'6".
talking about like
Game about 6'5", 6'6".
Dame
Yeah.
can
Hey,
rap,
Cole?
but
Cole 6'4", 6'5".
yeah.
Cole
That's
can't-
about as tall
Cole
as it
can
gets.
hoop.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the ceiling. 6'5"
Yeah.
is
Yo,
the
Glasses.
ceiling.
Yeah, hold on, nigga. The question was tall niggas that rap. I said Cole. This nigga Glasses. He can't.
Because
hoop.
no, he said like tall niggas, like- I thought he meant like hoopers.
Man, go ahead and hit
No.
play on this shit because I got a dip. Come on.
Oh, this is crazy.
You gotta tell us about your birthday, Trey. Your 40 bars. You gotta give us your 40 bars.
We can't get no sound. We don't get
Come
no
on,
sound,
Jerv.
Jerv.
Jerry, why you just do
That's why I said
YouTube?
just go get it
This
over
nigga,
YouTube.
this
nigga.
nigga want to.
Oh, y'all can't hear it. I can't hear it, but y'all can't.
Duh, you idiot.
Bro, if I'm hearing the music, I can't hear y'all. My bad.
We've been telling you that. You
Nigga,
trying
just
to
go get it on YouTube.
The
I
nigga-
am.
The nigga trying to convince us how much of a fan he is. That he
I
got a store
respect
that's
it. I
like-
Is that
respect
the
his
whole
mom.
album?
He
What
bought
is
the
it?
song. What was his rap
What
name?
was that? Was that a whole
Yeah,
That was
my
the whole
nigga.
album. What was his rap name?
Jules time?
Jules.
Jules time. Yo, go ahead. Get this track up here, man.
While
Because
he's
nigga-
doing that, I would say, man, I'm 40. I turned 40 on Friday. Had a lovely dinner. Invited some
Where'd you
close
go?
friends.
What dinner?
Medi
What
Wine
spot?
Bar, Mediterranean Wine Bar. Had a private room. The vibe
Private
was
room.
dope.
That's-
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that part.
I had to throw that in
Okay.
there.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Kurt and DZ.
Mediterranean.
Yeah,
Mediterranean.
it was a good time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I spoke,
Wow,
gave a
not
little
the prayer
speech.
hands.
Look at this. But look, that was my 40 bars. Now let's hear Jules' 40 bars.
For the year 2G, the rap game changed with one name. Jules aim to slain anything on this plane. Remains are found when the best kept secret get heated. You went platinum with a ghostwriter, so in the game you won, you cheated. My slang bang when you need it. Man enough to pull a gun, be man enough to squeeze it. Damn if you don't believe it. Anything to do with millions, I'ma be with it. Hats off to the hardcore niggas, fuck the rest. My guess y'all useless, just talking music. Never mistake me for a fake MC, you got the wrong identity. Nigga, I'm CT. Get murdered in a second and first degree. Come at me with faggot tendencies, you be sleeping with a maggots be. Ain't nothing kinda used to beef actually. But when it's on, I raise first automatically. Won't catch me as a victim in a rap casualty. Dynasty Raiders hit VA in the summertime. 10 Bentleys in one line. Gas in each hand, twin 4-5s in mine. Snipers hitting niggas long distance for a rape. Sons and daughters. One order, you be floating in water.
Did he say fuck the
Bad
what?
news, home of the Dynasty Raiders. One love to the old school niggas dead in jail that tried to raise us. Even the ones that tried to blaze us but couldn't
Go
even
back.
raise us. So them bitch ass
Go back.
niggas y'all killing
back.
don't
Did he
amaze
say
me.
Yeah, he did say. Yeah, he did say fuck the West.
Could have sworn he said fuck the West.
Doors. One order, you be floating.
You gotta go back early. It's
Mo-
probably like
Hey,
right at the beginning.
B Moore said, "Fuck it, add the beat later." That's exactly what it sounded like.
Yeah.
It sounded like a nigga who rapped, did the lyrics, and then they came back
earlier.
and put it-
It's probably gonna be like right at about
Right there,
10
35.
seconds or something.
No, it wasn't. It was right here.
Just talking music. Never mistake
Oh, it's right
me for
before
a
that.
fake MC. You got the wrong identity.
There you go.
Man enough to pull a gun, be man enough to squeeze it. Down if you don't believe it. Anything to do with millions, I'ma be with it. Hats off to the hardcore niggas, fuck the rest.
Fuck the rest.
Fuck
the rest. Never mistake me for a fake MC. You got
Yeah, I don't
the
have to get on AI right
nigga,
now.
I'm CT. Get murdered in a second in first degree. Coming
20
to
years
back
old,
in Tennessee, you be sleeping with a
25
magazine.
years old.
Ain't nothing kinda used to beef actually. But when it's on, I raise first automatically. Won't catch me as a victim in a rap casualty. Dynasty Raiders hit VA in the
Got the hook, you got the ad libs.
Hold on, there's one that's coming right now. No pun intended.
Sons and daughters, one order, you be floating in water. Bad news, home of the Dynasty Raiders. One love to the old school niggas dead in jail that tried to raise us. Even the ones that tried to blaze us, but couldn't even grade us. So them bitch ass niggas y'all killing don't amaze it. I'm spitting with a mouth full of
nigga Jules representing bad news. Hey yo, my homie, set that shit.
Everybody stay fly, get money, killing, fuck bitches. I'm hitting anything in plain view for my riches. BA spine is filling up ditches when niggas turn bitches. Dying for 0 digits. I'm a giant, y'all niggas. I know killers that kill for a fee that'll kill your ass for free. Believe me, how you want it, die fast or slowly. Fast as a road, slow as a roly-poly. I bought your shit, it was weak, trashed it, now you owe me. All the hardcore niggas know me. I ain't knocking, I'm just gonna bust up in a motherfucker. Taking anything that's rightfully mine. Lust AK rifles and nines. But see crew thick designs with jewels that shine all the time. Ain't nothing sweet about this rate of mistake. I got niggas where you eat shit, sleep and beat your meat. Die reaching for heat, leave you leaking in the streets.
Pause right there.
Screaming it was a good
Pause
boy.
literally and pause.
But fucking he go.
And on that
Nigga
note,
said,
I'm going.
I got niggas who can run over you, sleep, eat, and beat your meat, and then they had the ad lib sound in the background of like, which is basically what
His pen is nice for sure. Like he writing. Shaq.
No, he's not better than Shaq. I'm just saying, just put some respect. Put some respect on my man as a rapper.
You like that? You thought he was on rhythm and shit like that?
I didn't say he was on rhythm. I said the song rolls. He can rap a little bit, and the beat was all right. It just wasn't.
It was okay.
It just wasn't a solid mix.
I think he wrote the bars before he got the beat, and then just fit it in there.
Yep.
Maybe.
Nah, it said one of the niggas in the chat said he definitely flowing like Alchemist. He rap like Alchemist.
You know how them niggas like original rappers, they used to have like a notebook full of rhymes, and then they just fit them on any beat. That's what it sounds like.
Of course. Nah, that's exactly what he sounds.
Or he
like.
could have wrote that to the beat. It's just definitely different.
Or just
off.
But he was rhyming. His pen is okay. His pen ain't no punk.
Nah, for sure. Did y'all want to talk about the academics, LeBron situation?
I mean, if you got it,
I just wanted to say that I don't know, man. I feel like niggas should have some sort of bro code, guy code, man code, nigga code, like whatever the code is. Like this is an extreme violation of that code. Like whoever you are, wherever you are, like that's really my only, because I don't want to give bro too much leeway or airtime on our podcast and all that stuff, because I don't fuck with dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I always go back to the video where they asked Nip about him, and Nip was just like, somebody.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
I'm always confused about niggas like who fucks with them. Who's actually like he's actually a cool guy? Who's out there saying this?
It's a lot of people, bro. Like you got to think.
Lames like lames, bro.
It's a lot.
I'm not talking about like fans or listeners or subscribers. I'm talking about of the people in the industry. Who's like, nah, he's cool. He's just misunderstood.
I'll answer your question with a question. I mean, the same thing I said. Who fucks with Jason Whitlock?
Nobody. That's why that nigga's nobody.
But he still gets traction, and he was on TV for what, 20 years?
Yeah,
he gets traction, but he gets traction after saying something like crazy. Act gets like just regular.
Let me tell you something.
Traction.
Here's something that people gotta be aware of, and especially when it comes to Act. Like I'm an early guy up on Act. Like I was following Act when I think he didn't even have 10,000 subscribers yet on YouTube, and I watched him chronicle the whole war in Chirac. Like I watched that. Like he was the only source in it. And when I tell you, it was like informative. You know what I mean? And culturally, that's how I got made to be aware of all of the plight going on in Chicago before the drill music happened. Like he was a catalyst, and even, you know, people being aware of who those guys were. That's how long I've been following, you know, his content when it comes to culture. But again, when I keep saying to people, like when people first got mad at me about 7 years ago when I said Drake wasn't hip hop, it makes people think different things. It makes them think, one, that he's not a dope rapper, which that's the furthest thing from the truth. It makes he's not a dope talent. That's the furthest thing. This man is an amazing talent. But hip hop is more about an artistic expression of a specific culture, a street urban culture. Doesn't mean you have to be a street guy. It means you were raised in the culture that the streets produce, right? Simple as that, right? The way people talk, you know, whether you're in New York, it's the way people talk, the behavior, everything that makes culture, you know, where you eat at, how you do your thing. Somebody like Act, right, who's built his whole everything off of culture, is not cultured. And that's what's happening. So the people that follow him, or the people that buy and support hip hop, a lot of people are not cultured. They don't understand what's cool morally in the world that we grew up in. So they don't frown upon things he do because they don't share the same morality space. So like even right now, like even back to that battle, you know, that this is all coming from Drake's and LeBron's issue, right? Whatever. Drake feels a certain kind of way. He felt their relationship was better than LeBron dancing to a song, you know what I mean, that was insulting him, or being at a concert where the artist was insulting him, right? He feels like we're better than that. So when he puts out the first song, you know, insulting, because it's like, you know, it's one thing to say, hey, I ain't feeling what you did. I could respect that if that's your partner. I don't know your relationship. But it's weird when you say, you know, I would hate to have to tarnish your image. That's uncultured.
Yeah.
That's not something you do.
Yeah.
It ain't. Now, again, if two rappers are rapping and they're talking shit, it's different. But when you talk to somebody else that's not within this, in this frame, and the whole idea is like, hey, I'm going to tell people your business, versus you rapping against another rapper where you're telling business, is just a little funny. Back to Act, right? Where Act is like,
Real
so
quick,
DM conversations.
Glasses, real quick to that point also. You not mad? You mad at the nigga that dissed you? Like it reminds me of remember Hollywood Shuffle? Y'all see Hollywood Shuffle?
I never watched the Robert Townsend movie.
Yeah, Robert Townsend movie.
Movie to
There's a scene where he plays like, you know, he be imagining shit. He imagines he's a private eye investigating a murder, and then he say, "Yo, I got some questions about so and so," and then the guy step up to him and he punch him, he knock him out. Say, "Anybody else want some of this?" And then my man Steve James, American Ninja, big ass nigga coming like, "Yeah, I got a problem with it." And he look at him, and then he look at the nigga that he just knocked out. Like, you still got some problems with this? Like, you got knocked out by somebody else. Now why are you mad at? Why are you making LeBron the target of your shit? Right?
Cool, look, I'm cool with that. I like, if you're upset at somebody you feel is your brother or your friend, I mean, Lord knows you got this man tattooed on you. As weird as that is, you really think y'all relationship, I would hope, is different. So I'm okay with you being upset about him being there. But it's just the threaten to fighting, threaten to do regular cultural things. But again, when somebody is out of the culture, they don't have the ceiling of the morality that we all share, because it's obviously we all grew up somewhere close to somebody raised us in street urban culture. So then Act is the same way. You know what I mean? Act is not cultured like that. I think when people start hearing people use the N-word, which this has always been my plight, like, if you didn't grow up with your mother call you that, your father call you that, people outside your house call you that, school, somebody in your daily life to where that becomes a part of your daily vernacular, if you learned it from songs, you're probably not as cultured. And I think Act is in the same thing. That's why he doesn't understand what he's doing is not right. Because
I think he does. I think he does, Glasses. I think he fully understands it. And I think that's kind of where the disconnect is. Also, I want to go back to what I was saying. I was really more talking about Drake when it came to the whole code situation, because Act is not really involved in this. So him speaking on shit he don't even know about, nigga wasn't there. Nigga, you just gossiping like a bitch. So that shit don't even matter.
Well, no, this is, but if you think It's obviously that this is what that team informed him.
No, for sure. So he's doing it on behalf of, and that's what I'm saying. That's another. The Drake has multiple violations. He's in violation when he did what he did, like you said, on the song where he's talking about tarnishing image.
Jay,
now you're sending another man to try to tell business because you're too scared to come out and say things yourself, even though this is really what you want to be pushed for.
Yeah, but he's not out of code.
Right,
See,
because he doesn't live within the hip hop framework.
He didn't grow up culturally rooted in these lessons.
Right. But you made a great point. Where do you think he picked up nigga?
Through songs.
Do you think, like, who do you think the first person he started like saying nigga to was? Like, was it after he started rapping?
Drake wouldn't even use slang as a teenager.
That's what I'm saying. We see those videos earlier when he was a teenager.
Drake doesn't really use slang in regular conversations. If you listen to him talk, like he's talked to me or he's talked to LeBron James on the show, he doesn't even use slang. Like he just started using slang the other day in regular conversations. Like he making it up. Yeah, real Sixers or throwing up neighborhood and all kind of unsavory things he's doing. Like it's just a ton of stuff. So again,
no, he does kind of talk very white in a regular setting
all the time. He don't even use slang, bro. He's not culturally what hip hop is at all. And that's what I'm saying. I think we're trying to hold people to the standards of a culture because they're rapping or they're emulating or I swear to God, the N-word, bro. When you hear somebody say nigga, you like, oh, he one of us. No.
Right.
I've been saying this for 7 years. And people, they took it as hate then. I just don't care. I'm telling you something that's a fact to not hold him to the same standards, to not compare him to these standards. Right. Same with Ak. Ak is a middle-class Jamaican kid who moved to a middle-class community in Jersey. He is not of said culture. That's not to say they both not brothers. They both brothers. Right. They both brothers. But they not this. This is a different thing happening here. And so that's why it's weird to see people be mad at him. I'm like, bro, he takes, like, if it's Drake, he takes picture with duck lip. That's out. He paints his nail. That's out. These are things that's out. Like, you know, culturally, these are no-nos.
So now you talking about Jerv Rookie now. Right. Now see Jerv like, hold on now.
now to wrap the pod, Jerv, you got the Eagles backgrounds, the NFL playoffs. Jerv, what your Eagles about to do?
I mean, you can wrap the pie, yo, because my man only wants to talk football with me when it's about the Eagles. He don't want to talk about nothing else. It's cool.
Your boy about to play, man.
Nah, we're not doing this. We're not.
Gonna look back.
Give us a score prediction, Jerv, before the pod wraps.
I just want to be alive next week, good brothers. That's all. That's all we ask
for. Your background. I'm just curious,
brother. You already know what it is. Then, so there's no reason. You know what I'm saying? This was a regular week. You know, it's playoff time, bro. We don't get out there. We only do that for those Niners guys when they felt the need to always talk to us. But being that you've been rather quiet all season, we just gonna keep doing what we do, playing football the way we play football.
I was texting. What do you mean? I wasn't quiet.
Yeah, you and as we see, you only seem to text about the Eagles. It doesn't seem to be any other football chatter in there except the Eagles. But so hey, just mean to answer your question, sir. You know, we just want to be alive for next week, man. You know, we just want to survive in advance, baby. It's one game elimination time.
I wish you best of luck.
That's big cat.
All right, that's gonna do it for us. Remember, patreon.com/countthethings. Make sure you're locked in on all the content over there and be on the lookout for those live show tickets. We'll announce the new date as soon as we get it all set up. For J Skills, for Glasses, for Jerv, for Black Trey, I'm Amin. Reminded you all to stay black, motherfuckers.
Hey.